This is Sarah Wilkinson from Humber College and the University of Guelph-Humber. And in this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can take your classroom from summersault to backflip. So by using videos to flip your classroom. This video is going to cover why we might want to flip our classrooms and what exactly a flipped classroom is. It's not going to cover the how. Other videos online or workshops you can take will show you how to do this. Fundamentally, good pedagogy cannot equal lecturing only to our students. That's just going to deliver surface information. Good pedagogy, I would say, includes active engagement in the learning, and this can come in a number of different forms. It can include inquiry, problem-based learning, answering questions, actively participating, case studies, service learning, discussions, and any number of different things. In addition, we want our students to be learning anytime, anywhere, and not just in the classroom or when they're doing homework. However, there's never enough time in the class to do this. So we end up lecturing. And this doesn't look a whole lot different than when we didn't have this technology. What this does is allows for very little interaction of students with their professor and with other students when the professor is standing up at the front of the class. And when students go home, there's nobody to help, talk with, or do things with. And all these things we know leads to better learning. So what does the flipped classroom do? So outside of class, students watch a video or read, and this is going to introduce a new concept. And they can do this at home or in any number of different public spaces, like when they're getting to school, when they're hanging out between classes, when they're waiting for a bus, everywhere. And this allows time in class for all the things we know is good for student learning. So students can have discussions, do inquiry-based learning, collaborate with each other. The professor can provide individual guidance to students, and most importantly, students can have a lot of fun. So why I really love flipped learning is students come to class with a better understanding, and this allows us to do more great, cool stuff in class. And overall, this leads to more engaged students. Now, it's great that I think it's great, but what do my students say? It helps me actually learn the material. It makes class more interesting. I feel motivated to come to class because I actually understand what the teacher is saying. Class was fun. My favorite class. And no, I didn't pay them to say this. However, I did have one student say in the past 4 years, I want more PowerPoint. Just a few things for you to consider. Some of them I've learned from my mistakes. You may want to consider first whether you want to make your videos public or private. And if you're going to make them public, just be very aware of the images you use and that you're not violating any copyright. It's going to take you a lot of time to learn how to create these videos and then to create them. In addition, it's going to take you time to make some in-class activities. So don't try and reinvent the wheel right from the get-go. Start with a somersault and not a backflip. You're going to want to educate your students on why you're doing this. This is going to be a flip for them as well. And be really clear on your expectations of them. Finally, keep your videos short. Chunk them into parts, if needed, and get good audio. I learned that one the hard way. So this is not going to be what our classrooms are going to look like in the future, where the teacher's at the front and the students sit attentively looking at the professor. If we keep doing this, we're going to have an empty classroom. So are you ready to start somersaulting? Go for it, and you may eventually find yourself fully flipping.